The 5G revolution, a brave new world of connectivity. 5G is here. It's the fifth generation of cellular technology. It promises super fast speeds and incredible connectivity. We're talking about downloading movies in seconds. Imagine a world where self-driving cars are the norm. That's the promise of 5G. It's a big leap forward from 4G, but hold your horses. Before we get too excited, there's a dark side to this technology. Like any new technology, 5G has its risks. We need to understand these risks. We need to know how to protect ourselves. This isn't just about faster internet, it's about a fundamental shift in how we live, work, and interact. It's about a future where everything is connected. This interconnectedness is exciting, but it also makes us vulnerable. 5G FiGHT trademark stands for 5G Framework for Identifying and Handling Threats. It's a simple way to remember the key threats posed by 5G. Each letter in FiGHT represents a different category of threat. F is for health concerns. I is for infrastructure vulnerabilities. G is for government surveillance. H is for hacking and security breaches. T is for threats to privacy. These threats are interconnected. They can't be addressed in isolation. For example, a security breach could lead to a privacy violation, or a health concern could be exploited to spread misinformation. The 5G FiGHT trademark framework helps us see the big picture. It encourages us to think about these threats holistically. By understanding the framework, we can start to develop strategies for mitigating these risks. Let's address the elephant in the room. 5G has been surrounded by health concerns. Some people worry that the radio waves from 5G towers could be harmful. They fear these waves might cause cancer or other health problems. It's important to note that these fears are largely unfounded. The scientific community has repeatedly debunked these claims. 5G uses radio waves just like 4G and Wi-Fi. These waves are non-ionizing. This means they don't have enough energy to damage DNA. However, it's also important to acknowledge that more research is needed. 5G is still a relatively new technology. Long-term studies on its potential health effects are ongoing. It's always wise to be cautious and stay informed. The bottom line is this: don't let fear and misinformation guide your understanding of 5G. Rely on credible sources of information. Stay updated on the latest scientific findings. 5G is designed to be more secure than previous generations of cellular technology. However, it's not impenetrable. Hackers are always looking for new ways to exploit vulnerabilities, and 5G, with its increased complexity, presents new opportunities for them. One concern is the sheer scale of 5G networks. These networks are vast and interconnected. This makes them more difficult to secure. A single vulnerability could have cascading effects, potentially bringing down entire networks. Another concern is the use of software-defined networking, SDN, in 5G. SDN makes networks more flexible and efficient, but it also introduces new attack vectors. Hackers could potentially gain control of network functions, causing widespread disruption. The consequences of a successful 5G attack could be devastating. Imagine a scenario where hackers shut down critical infrastructure like power grids or hospitals. It's a chilling thought, but a very real possibility in the age of 5G. Section 5. Privacy under siege, your data in the 5G era. 5G is all about connectivity, but this connectivity comes at a price: our privacy. With more devices connected than ever before, there's more data being generated and transmitted. This data is a goldmine for companies and governments looking to track our every move. 5G networks are designed to handle massive amounts of data. This data can be used to create detailed profiles of our online and offline behavior. This information can be used for targeted advertising, surveillance, or even social manipulation. The increased use of the Internet of Things, or IoT, in 5G networks also raises privacy concerns. IoT devices, from smart speakers to fitness trackers, collect vast amounts of personal data. This data can be used to infer sensitive information about our lives. Protecting our privacy in the 5G era requires a multifaceted approach. We need to be aware of the data we're generating and sharing. We need to demand stronger privacy regulations from governments and companies, and we need to use privacy-enhancing technologies to protect our data. Section 6. The Internet of Vulnerable Things, Exploiting 5G Devices. The Internet of Things, or IoT, is a key part of the 5G revolution. It refers to the network of physical devices, vehicles, and other objects embedded with sensors, software, and connectivity. This allows these objects to collect and exchange data. While the IoT offers incredible potential, it also presents significant security risks. Many IoT devices are designed with little to no security in mind. This makes them easy targets for hackers. Imagine a hacker taking control of your smart home devices, your car, or even your medical implants. It's a terrifying thought, but a very real possibility in a world where everything is connected. The security of IoT devices is paramount in the 5G era. Manufacturers need to prioritize security from the design stage. Consumers need to be aware of the risks and take steps to secure their devices. And governments need to establish regulations to ensure the security of IoT devices. Section 7, Infrastructure Meltdown, the domino effect of 5G attacks. 5G networks are the backbone of our digital world. They power everything from our smartphones to our critical infrastructure. This dependence makes them a prime target for cyber attacks. A successful attack on 5G infrastructure could have devastating consequences. Imagine a scenario where hackers disrupt power grids, transportation systems, or financial institutions. Such an attack could cripple entire cities, causing widespread chaos and economic damage. The interconnected nature of 5G networks exacerbates this risk. A single vulnerability in one part of the network can have a ripple effect, impacting other parts of the network and the services they support. Protecting 5G infrastructure requires a collaborative effort. Governments, telecom operators, and technology providers need to work together to identify and mitigate vulnerabilities. This includes investing in robust security measures, implementing strong authentication protocols, and conducting regular security audits. Section 8, Big Brother's New Eyes 5G and the Surveillance State. 5G's enhanced capabilities raise concerns about government surveillance. With its ability to handle massive amounts of data and connect billions of devices, 5G provides governments with unprecedented tools for monitoring citizens. The high-speed data transmission and low latency of 5G networks enable real-time tracking and monitoring. This means governments could potentially track the movements of individuals with greater precision than ever before. Moreover, the proliferation of 5G-enabled surveillance cameras and facial recognition technology amplifies these concerns. These technologies, coupled with 5G's data processing capabilities, create a powerful surveillance apparatus. Safeguarding civil liberties in the 5G era requires vigilance and proactive measures. We need to demand transparency and accountability from governments regarding their surveillance practices. We need to advocate for strong privacy laws that protect our digital rights. Section 9. Decentralized autonomous attacks, the rise of the machine uprising. Decentralized autonomous attacks are a new breed of cyber threats. They leverage technologies like artificial intelligence and blockchain to create self-learning and self-propagating attacks. These attacks are particularly concerning in the context of 5G. Imagine a network of AI-powered bots that can identify and exploit vulnerabilities in 5G networks autonomously. These bots could launch coordinated attacks, adapt to defenses, and spread rapidly across networks. Decentralized autonomous attacks are difficult to detect and defend against. Their distributed nature makes them hard to track and shut down, and their ability to learn and evolve makes them a persistent threat. Defending against these attacks requires a paradigm shift in cybersecurity. We need to develop AI-powered defenses that can anticipate and respond to these sophisticated threats. We need to foster international collaboration to share intelligence and coordinate responses. Section 10. The call to action, protecting ourselves in a 5G world. The threats posed by 5G are real and evolving, but we are not powerless. We can take steps to protect ourselves, our data, and our future. Here are some key actions we can take. Educate yourself about 5G technology, its potential risks, and how to mitigate them. Hold governments and corporations accountable for implementing strong security and privacy measures. Use strong passwords, enable two-factor authentication, and keep your software up to date. Be mindful of the data you share online, and use privacy-enhancing technologies like VPNs. Encourage and support research into 5G security and privacy risks. Section 11 Conclusion: Navigating the 5G future with open eyes. 5G is a powerful technology with the potential to transform our world, But like any powerful tool, it can be used for good or for evil. It is our responsibility to ensure that 5G is used to create a safer, more equitable, and more prosperous future for all. By understanding the risks, demanding accountability, and taking proactive steps to protect ourselves, we can harness the power of 5G while mitigating its potential harms. The future of 5G is in our hands. Let's make it a future we can all be proud of. RFS is doing it.